Hello everyone, and thank you so much for coming in on this live again today. Some of you will have seen that I did a live Facebook Live yesterday, and I really want to say thank you and appreciate everybody's comments that they made, and just really basically even looking at it and sharing it. So thank you so much to everyone that supported that and are continuing to support me in this 21-day challenge, today being the third live video that I'm doing. So today I really kind of racked my brains to try and think of what to talk to you about, and I'm trying to think of things that will actually bring value to some of you. And this isn't going to be relevant to everybody, of course, but it came up as a result of me seeing a post on someone else's personal profile that really all it said was that she needed some help needed. Now, the reason that she needed some help was because she was suffering from a migraine, and she's been suffering from a migraine for a number of days now, and this has been going on and off for a few months. So I kind of decided to put my two penn'orth worth in, as it were. Now, the reason I decided to do that is because I too have been a migraine sufferer for most of my life, actually. I remember my mother telling me that I was about 9 when I was originally diagnosed with migraines. And maybe it sort of embedded something into my mind to think that I had to be a migraine sufferer. But it was, it was a fact. As my years went on, I had different reasons for actually having those migraines. None of which, unfortunately, the doctors seem to be able to deal with. And of course, as a migraine sufferer, what happens is you really start worrying about it, because it is so extraordinarily painful that you honestly start thinking that you've got something wrong with your brain. Maybe you've got a brain tumor. When you're actually in the moment, when you're in the moment of having the migraine itself, you're thinking, I must go and have a brain scan of some description, because you really do suffer. It's highly painful. It can make you sick, and it can really stop you functioning in life as well. So my migraines personally, they sort of varied in degree of severity. So they ranged from, being just really intense on this sort of right hand side of my head, to making me sick, to making my speech really slurred. And I think it might be something to do with the blood vessels closing up. It might have something to do with the fact that the oxygen is not getting to the brain. I don't really know. But as a migraine sufferer, I have actually found out how to get rid of them completely. And I do have a migraine every now and again, but it's very, very rare these days. And if I do get a migraine, I usually know why it's happened. And would you believe it's usually relating to food as well. So what I'm going to do is just go through some of the reasons why you may be getting migraines, and then I'm going to go through 14 reasons or 14 ways of stopping those migraines. Now, before I get started, I better tell you who I am. So I'm Sunny Love, and I run a business called Sunny Love Lifestyle. It's actually about health and wellness and traveling. So just, join us. Give me a little comment down below to let me know if you're coming in on the live. So put down there #live and actually write down where you're coming from, because I've got friends from all over the world, and it's so lovely to actually connect with them in this way. I'm really starting to enjoy it. And if you're coming in on the replay, put #replay and also where you are coming in from. The next thing I want to say to you is, first and foremost, I am not a doctor. I am not giving you a cure. I am not giving you medical advice. And if there's anything that I say, it may not be applicable to everybody. So do go and seek your own professional advice first. I don't want to have any problems, because this is just my own experience, what I've experienced myself and what I've done to stop those migraines from happening. And like I say, we are all different. We all have different triggers, and you may actually have some of your own ideas as well. So there's going to be a lot of people that will see this video. If you have any of your own ideas, then please feel free to write them down. I'll be more than, welcome to take those on board as well. So once again, I do have my notes so that I don't forget anything. Now, if you are a migraine sufferer, hi Jeff, lovely to see you on the live. Thanks ever so much for coming in. And hi Kathleen, say hello to your mum for me. And Monica, thank you for coming in. And Anne, lovely to see you as well. Thank you very much for coming in on the live. So, like I say, my name is Sunny, and I'm actually telling you all about my being a migraine sufferer and how I've actually ended up getting rid of my migraines completely. And my family will back this up. They know how badly I've suffered in the past from migraines as well. And this poor lady today, when she posted up, my heart just went out to her, because I just know how badly she's suffering. I know that she can't even think straight at the moment. So I didn't give her too many suggestions or advice. There were lots of people that were obviously giving advice as well. And that's lovely, because at least she's got good friends and family around her to support her through that. And that's one of the things that you really need, is good friends and family around you to support you through it, and people that understand what it's actually like. So here are just a small list of some of the causes that can occur. And like I say, everybody is slightly different. So you might have some eye problems. That's something to consider, to actually getting your eyes checked straight away. It might be down to your posture. It could be down to the way that you're standing. It could be even down to the feet. So actually go and get your feet checked, that your hips are in alignment, that your shoulders are in alignment, and that you don't have any neck problems. I actually have, from time to time, quite severe neck problems, and I'll tell you how I deal with that to ensure that it doesn't develop into a migraine. There's other things like food. I know, for instance, like the typical things, if you are a migraine sufferer, remember to put it down, just write down migraine if you do suffer from migraines, because then I can kind of get a gauge of who's actually suffering as well. And hopefully some of these tips will help you. So there are 3 very common triggers, and they usually say it's chocolate, wine, or alcohol generally. And I'm trying to think what the other trigger is now. Oh, cheese. Okay, so those are typical triggers. Now, in the past, I have actually indulged in all of those and thoroughly enjoyed them as well. And I didn't find that they were triggers at all. So go figure. I had other triggers. Weird things like certain smells would trigger a migraine, particularly stress. Stress was a big one for me. I would hold myself tense, so the pain would come into my neck because I was holding that tension right in my neck, and it would creep all the way up the back of the head. What else would there be? Oh, weird things, like as much as I love to eat raw onion in a salad, raw onion really does trigger a migraine for me. But it's not that the onion is triggering the migraine, it's actually doing something to my gut. So that's something for you to consider. What other reasons? It could be that you're going through a very sad time. You might be depressed or something like that, or you might be depressed as a result of the migraine, but one or the other will come first. And let's not forget the women's monthly cycle as well. That's very common. We get a migraine at that stage. And at my age, having gone through perimenopause and menopause, then that can be a trigger as well, which actually relates to the whole hormonal situation. Your diet can have a very key effect on it as well. So do consider looking at your diet. And I've already mentioned bad gut health. So that's something also to be aware with. So my suggestions here, the 14 suggestions I'm going to make, are looking at it from an holistic point of view. So there's not just one thing generally that you can change in your life that will ensure that you don't get the migraines anymore. You might have to look at a number of things, and it might be a process of elimination, or you might decide to take the bull by the horns and make some massive changes to your life. So really consider what it is that you're doing in your life that may actually have an effect on creating these migraines. So first of all, I said about the eyes. Make sure that you get your eyes tested and make sure that you are wearing the proper glasses. I've got to a stage where I have to wear glasses most of the time, although I think that's made my eyes more lazy, unfortunately. Get your posture checked. I already said that to you. Any neck problems, get that looked at as well to ensure that you're not holding your tension, or that you haven't had, say, like a previous accident, and you may have hurt yourself and you thought that you're all right, but it's still kind of hanging around. So get that checked as well. Now, I have got some very simple yoga exercises that you can do. And if you want to find out what those yoga exercises are, I suggest that you come over to my group, Commitment to Health. And if someone could actually type in the comments below, Commitment to Health with Sunny, that will be really useful, because then people will know exactly where to go. I can't do it at the moment because I'm just concentrating on giving you some good snippets of information. So just tell me down below, are you getting something decent out of this? I hope you are. You know, just give me a thumbs up or a big old fat heart. So just let me know. Now, one of the things that I adopted is I decided to go into a whole food plant-based diet. Now, that massively changed things for me, because I actually stopped all meat in my diet, fish. It wasn't immediate, it was over a period of time. I stopped all fish, and then I eventually stopped dairy as well. And that really has made a difference. Now, the reason it's made a difference, in my personal opinion, is that I don't get an upset gut anymore. And I can guarantee that if I got an upset stomach in any way, I would always end up with a migraine. Or if I had a migraine, I would notice that my stomach really hurt. So what I do suggest to you is that you actually, there is some amazing products on the market these days that will actually clean your gut, will take all the excess protein out of your gut, which is often the thing that will cause many diseases apart from migraines. So get your gut clean and healthy, and then you can start taking a good probiotic is what I would suggest as well. Now, for some of you, you might be addicted to coffee, you might have a problem with gluten, alcohol. These are just things to consider removing from your diet. Like I say, perhaps you don't want to do it all at once. You might want to do these things gradually. So for instance, if you're a big coffee drinker and you have like 5 cups of coffee a day, that's probably not great for you. And it's not great if you are going through your menopause either. So perhaps just cut it down, cut it back, maybe to 1 coffee a day instead. So again, these are lifestyle choices, and they are choices that only you can make for yourself. You have to weigh up the pros and cons. What's better for me, to have a migraine or to have a healthy lifestyle and not have the migraine? So, you know, it's up to you really. Don't panic about changing your life in such an immense way. Because like I say, just do it gradually. Don't allow the sort of panic, or if I can't drink coffee, I can't drink alcohol, I can't eat meat, I can't eat cheese, can't eat chocolate, all those sorts of things. You go into that mindset of I can't, and you just feel like you're in a place of scarcity. Don't worry about that. Like I say, just do one thing at a time, gradually. If you have a severe migraine, then perhaps cut it out. What I do suggest to you is just try this for 21 days. So again, just drop a hi, wave to me, let me know that this is good stuff for you. And remember, if you want some more and you want some more advice and exercises, the yoga exercises, then go over to my group, Commitment to Health, and there'll be more in there for you as well. Okay, so what else is there? Some of the things that I would suggest that you do would be to take magnesium on a regular basis. Often we're lacking magnesium and we can't really get that out of our foods particularly well. Consider ways of balancing your hormones out. Now, some of the factors about your hormone levels will be the food that you eat and also your environment. If your environment has a lot of toxic chemical products around, then I would really suggest that you remove those toxic, highly chemical products, because that will affect the imbalance of the hormones as well. I've already mentioned take a good probiotic, but only once the gut has been healed. Sometimes we think that we'll take a good probiotic, but make sure that the gut is healed first before you start doing that. And like I say, just try doing this for 21 days and see how you get on. Practice yoga and meditation. So just gentle meditation, say 5-10 minutes a day. That's all you need. Just sit quietly. A meditation to you might be just to listen to some music, but listen to that music without doing anything else. It might be to actually do something that you want to do that's very methodical in the way that you're doing it. So choose to do something that absolutely absorbs you into that moment. So it's not just sitting there going, you can do many other things. There's lots of other ways of meditating. Write a gratitude journal. I actually posted up and I loved this video. It was absolutely fantastic when I saw it. We've got Christmas coming up, okay? But why isn't every day Christmas Day? Why isn't every moment that you wake up an absolute gift? I literally wake up, I know this sounds really corny, I literally wake up every morning and I say to my partner, thank you, universe, for bringing me this beautiful man into my life. And I'm sure he thought I was a bit strange when I first started, but it just shows that I'm in a place of gratitude, and that's what you need to do. Just be grateful for all those things. And look at that video down below. It's absolutely great. You know, the kids came in all wrapped in Christmas wrapping, and then they gave him a Christmas present, and it was his briefcase to go to work, and then they gave him another Christmas present, and his car was all wrapped up. And these were his everyday things, but suddenly he's in this state of gratitude. And when you're in the state of gratitude and love, these sorts of tensions just drift away. It just drifts away. It really does. So remove all the stresses in your life as far as is possible. Or if you can't remove those stresses, have a different attitude about those stresses. Okay, treat those stresses with kindness, compassion and love. And then you'll find that things will turn around. So what is it that you're putting out? Sounds crazy, but laugh more. Actually spend time laughing. And if you haven't got anyone to laugh with, watch a funny film. Just laugh. And it's one of the greatest healers that I can think of. So like I say, if you want more snippets, then please join my group or just get in touch. Like I say, everyone is different, and I'm sure that you've got some of your own ideas. Acupuncture, for instance, is another thing. Tapping could be something that you want to try. You might want to try some aromatherapy, some massage, some Reiki healing. I've got a friend, she's a Reiki healer. If you want me to put you in touch with her, she's in the London area. I'm not actually doing this live to promote her, but it just came out of my mouth, so there you go. So, like I say, that's really my 14 tips to trying to get rid of a migraine headache. I am pretty much migraine free. I know if they come on, I know what the cause is. It's usually because I haven't eaten very well on that particular day or the day before, or I've been thinking too much, I'm too much in my mind, or I've been exposed unknowingly to some high levels of chemicals around me. So if that's helped you, say yay, put a heart, a thumbs up, a star, whatever that might be. So I know that this is of value to you, and I'll keep doing some more of different things that I think of as we go along through this 21-day challenge. So I'd like to say thank you very much for those of you that have joined me this evening. It's been wonderful, and I've really enjoyed doing another live for you. Thanks very much. Ciao. Ciao, ciao.